Breaking news here on Ravens Rundown as the Baltimore Ravens have added corner Arthur Maulet just prior to training camp beginning tomorrow with the veterans reporting. And you may remember him most recently with the arch-rival Pittsburgh Steelers in the AFC North. We will break it all down, tell you everything you need to know about Arthur Maulet and what his role will be with the Baltimore Ravens. Got some analysis, some statistics for you, all that and more coming up in just a matter of moments here on the Ravens Rundown. Before we get to that, though, folks, need to make sure you subscribe to the channels. We're talking about your Baltimore Ravens each and every day. When they make a move like this one right here, we're going to stop whatever we're doing and bring you a video as quickly as we possibly can here on the Ravens Rundown. We're talking about your team each and every day with news and rumors. We're also doing live shows from time to time, and we'll do some watch parties throughout the season as well. Closing in on 10,000 subscribers, but we need your help to get there. Subscribe now for free. Turn on notifications so you're the first to know what's happening with your favorite team right here on the Ravens Rundown. The news coming from Cameron Wolfe of the NFL Network tweeting this out this afternoon. Former Steelers corner Arthur Maulet is nearing an agreement to sign with the Baltimore Ravens per source. Mallette played a lot of slot corner and special team snaps for Pittsburgh the last 2 years, and now he could play against the Steelers twice a year. So now the best rivalry in the NFL has a little more to it, if you want to put it that way. More on Mallette. Quite the story for this guy, as he signed with the Saints as a UDFA back in 2017. Spent 2 years there in New Orleans, then went to the Jets in 2019 and 2020, and then played the last 2 seasons with the Pittsburgh Steelers. And with him, although it's been great for him to get into the NFL after being a UDFA and for being around as long as he has now, since being in the league since 2017, the thing that has not happened yet for him is finding that long-term home, the place to call home for a long time as he's bounced around. This would be his 4th different team that he's played for in that stretch with joining the Baltimore Ravens. So could this be the team that he's with for quite some time potentially? That's the next question that we'll see if it gets answered or not. And there was some interest beyond just the Baltimore Ravens. You had the Chicago Bears, and we know that the Bears have a lot of money to spend, more than any other team in the NFL at this point. The Jacksonville Jaguars were another team that also considered him as well. And so the Ravens not only take care of a position of need, finding a nickel corner here, but they also get a guy that was desired, that was going to sign with a couple different places, had options to go elsewhere, but ultimately ends up in Baltimore and has a really good chance to make that 53-man roster. Here is more from All Steelers Fan Nation. They obviously covered him, saw him a lot there in Pittsburgh, and this is what they had to say, their scouting report on him. Mallette was released by the Steelers in May. He played 33 games for Pittsburgh over the span of 2 seasons, starting 8 and recording 106 tackles, 1 interception, 2 sacks, 7 tackles for loss, and 2 forced fumbles. 29-year-old joins Marlon Humphrey, Rock Ya-Sin, Demarion Williams, Trayvon Mullen, Jalen Armour-Davis, and rookie Kai Blue Sky in the Ravens cornerback room, with a chance to earn a roster spot as a slot corner / special teamer. Mallette brings 68 games, 3 interceptions, and 183 tackles with him to Baltimore. After what some interpreted as a messy release with the Steelers, he now gets to match up with his former team twice a season. Everybody's pointing that out, just that chance to get some payback of some sorts after that messy breakup there with the Pittsburgh Steelers. The stats from Mallette. Last year, 59 tackles, had 2 sacks, 3 pass breakups, and 1 interception. So not bad statistically for Arthur Maulet there. More to show you here in just a second. First, want you guys to weigh in, grade this signing. What do you think of the move by the Baltimore Ravens to get this signing done? Tell me in the comment section what your grade would be. A, B, C, D, or F. Put a grade on it. Be honest. If you hated the signing, give it an F. If you loved it, give it an A. Tell me what you think in the comment section of this signing for the Baltimore Ravens. And, folks, with training camp starting this week, we're going to be all over training camp here on the channel, giving you updates of what's going on with your Baltimore Ravens, with key news, takeaways, training camp updates, winners and losers, all of that. Stay tuned to the channel. Lock in. Subscribe today if you haven't already so we can tell you what's going on throughout camp, into the preseason, the regular season. It's covered each and every day right here on Ravens Rundown by Chat Sports. So now let's take a glance at the secondary, what it looks like now after this signing, where he falls in line here. You can see the nickelback position going to be pretty competitive with Armour Davis there, Mullen, Mallette now. You got multiple options. This is a depth move for the Baltimore Ravens to go this route. And we've said it before, and we'll reiterate. This was already one of the best secondary rooms in the entire National Football League, if it wasn't the best already. Marcus Williams, of course, at a high level. Kyle Hamilton, I think, is going to have a fantastic 2023. Marlon Humphrey, of course, is a stud. Rock Ya-Sin, I think, was a significant upgrade over Marcus Peters. And now that we've seen Marcus Peters end up with the Las Vegas Raiders today, with that move that was announced, you see basically a trade without there being a trade with Rock Ya-Sin coming over from Las Vegas. I like what he brings to the table. This is going to be a good group as far as I'm concerned with the moves they've made and what they already had at this point. And as far as Mallette goes, I think this is a guy that will make the 53-man roster when it's all said and done. We showed you it's going to be competitive, but the Ravens need their corners, and they need their depth, and this is a guy that can play that slot corner and add special team value as well. This makes sense for Baltimore to bring him in, give him the shot, let him compete, and I think that ultimately he'll snag a spot when it's all said and done. We knew the Ravens were looking for nickel help, that they were evaluating their options. This was something that they talked about for quite some time. I mean, we heard John Harbaugh say that they felt like that this Ravens team was still another player or two away from getting to where they wanted to go. They thought they were a good team as is, but wanted to take another step up. It's a guy that's shown flashes, and he deserves this chance with the Baltimore Ravens. I don't see any downside to this move. To me, it makes a lot of sense for the Baltimore Ravens. I like the signing personally. What do you think? Is Mallette going to make the 53-man roster when it's all said and done? Weigh in. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Why for yes, in for no. Is he going to make the final roster or not? Weigh in. Tell us what you think in the comment section below. And let's go ahead and look at the past 4 seasons. We showed you what he did in 2022 with 59 tackles, 1 interception, 3 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble. And you can see that's pretty similar to the numbers that he's put up throughout his career. Last year was a career high in tackles. Also had the 3 pass breakups and 1 forced fumble. You go back to 2020, 5 pass breakups then, 1 interception, 29 tackles. I think the Ravens are pretty sure that they know what they're getting out of Arthur Maulet here. This is not a guy that is going to be your best corner by any means, but he's a playmaker. He can get the job done. Brings that veteran presence, special teams value. They signed him for a reason. To me, this makes a lot of sense. Good move for the Ravens. We'll have more throughout the channel. Stay tuned here. We got you covered here in the Ravens Rundown. Thanks for joining us.